Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Week 2 for our core and more. This evening, we will be using our foam roller quite a bit, but we're going to start seated. I'm actually going to sit on my foam roller because I think that's comfortable. I like to sit on something. And we're going to do basically the same little warm up and a couple of the same things, but then head into some different foam rolling exercises among other things. So foam roller, and then if you happen to have, forgot to grab this, a strap, it's optional. I don't even know if I will use it, but if you want to have it just in case, that's funny. These are brand new and they're very stiff. Like, I don't know that I want to use that, but you might want to have that. That'll be towards the end of class if we get there. So let's just find a comfortable seat. Of course, now I'm trying to balance on my foam roller, but that's going to make me engage my core a little bit more to find that balance. So this is actually a good thing to sit on to activate that core a little bit. But whatever you're sitting on, let's close down our eyes. And let's just take a couple nice, big, deep inhales through the nose. An open mouth exhale. And you can really sigh it out because I can't hear you. And maybe no one else can hear you either. So let's do 2 more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. 1 more. And even hopefully those first few breaths here, just allowing ourselves to arrive in this space. Sometimes that's all it takes is a couple breaths to just sort of release some things that might be hanging on. You know, like I didn't even really realize I was shrugging my shoulders up, but I think I was. So let's come back to the diaphragmatic breathing we did last week. And it's just a way to use our breath to warm up that area. So if you take your hands to your low ribs, and we're going to breathe belly, low ribs, chest, but I'm going to have you just keep your hands on your low ribs so that you can really feel the ribs push out. Sort of, if you're familiar with the fireplace bellows that people used to use to create fire. That's sort of what we're doing here. We're creating a little bit of fire in our core with our breath. So you can keep your eyes closed or not. I'm just going to close mine. It helps me focus. And let's inhale. And as you inhale, visualize the breath in your belly. Come up into those low ribs, up into the chest. Hold it here. And then as you exhale, chest deflates, low ribs come in, and the belly empties. Inhale again, belly fills, up into the low ribs and the chest. Hold here. Exhale, chest deflates, low ribs come in, and the belly empties. And again, inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly, low ribs, chest. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, chest, low ribs, belly. Hold, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have you just do a couple more on your own. And really trying to visualize those ribs expanding and the ribs contracting. So expansion on the inhale and contraction on the exhale. Finish up the round that you're on. Let's inhale, sweep our arms all the way up to the sky. Reaching up towards the sky, but rooting down into whatever we're sitting on with our hips. And then exhale, just sweep the arms down at your sides. So as you inhale, the breath is coming all the way up the crown of the head. I'm reaching, 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 but I'm rooting down into my pelvis, into whatever I'm sitting on. Exhale, sweep it down. One more inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, very gentle twist to the right. So left arm comes in front, right arm comes behind. Inhale, sweep up through center. Exhale, twist to the left. So right arm in front, left arm behind. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. One more each side. Inhale up. To the right. Inhale up. And to the left. Inhale up through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, curl in, cat curl the upper spine, elbows and hands together, chin to chest. Exhale, open it up to that cactus. Inhale, curl it in, chin to chest. Exhale, reach. Last time, inhale, curl it in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, release the hands to your thighs, or you can do fingertips to the earth, or you can bring your hands to your belly. I'm just going to remind us of what we talked about last week about pulling up on the pelvic floor and then pulsing the belly button to the spine. So in yoga, we actually call that pulling up and in Uddiyana Bandha, which means a bandha is a lock. So we're pulling up on the pelvic floor and we're pulling our belly and locking in our core. Uddiyana Bandha, that's called. So let's practice that little exercise. And I'm sure you've all been doing 50 of these a day, like I suggested last week, right? No worries if not. Let's pull up on the pelvic floor, pull the belly button into the spine, and we're going to pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we release it all. Pull up and in, pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release. And again, pull up, pulse in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So that was 3. Again, you can do this in the car, washing dishes, watching TV, standing in line. Nobody will know that you're doing it. Okay. Let's come off. We're going to just warm up a little bit with our hundreds and our roll-ups, same as what we did last week, and then we'll get into some foam roller stuff. So our hundreds, quite a few options on these. So I didn't actually offer this option last week, and I was doing a little bit of reading and noticed that we could do it this way. So I'm just going to offer this as an option today. So basically everything is down on the ground. I'm going to tuck my chin to my chest slightly, and I'm going to lift my shoulder blades up off the ground, and my palms or my arms come long, palms face down. And I'm just going to do my hundreds like this. So I'm basically working my upper abs here. All right. So that's sort of, let's call that level 1. All right. We can do that. All right. The second option is I'm coming up. I'm sitting up, rolling my shoulder down my spine. I'm going to lean back just slightly, activating my lower abs. So I'm pulling up and in here. And then palms long, feet can stay on the ground, and we can do our hundreds here. So we breathe in for 5, and then we exhale for 5. Option 3 is I'm going to lift my feet up. Really have to engage that core. So already I kind of felt that it wasn't engaged. So I'm going to pull that pelvic floor up in and activate that transverse abdominis. If you remember that from last week, that's the peace fingers on the hip bones, pretending to pull them together, contracting your belly as if somebody were punching you in the stomach. All right, that's super important to protect the low back here. So pulling everything in, contracting the core, and we're here. All right, we're going to start it up in just a second here. So find your position. All right. And we're going to start with palms down. And we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. For in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest is high. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. You can drop your feet at any time. 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. You can lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, and 5. I really have no idea how many that is, if it's hundreds. I wish I had some sort of counter. That would be helpful. All right. Like I said, I always think that those are the hardest of anything. Let's do some roll-ups. If you recall, I said option 2, have a blanket under the low back. Sometimes for the roll-ups can be helpful, but if you do less reps without the blanket, that is better than doing more reps with the blanket. Make sense? Less reps without, better than more reps with. I can't even say that. All right. So we're going to start nice and long, arms up overhead. You're going to inhale, tuck chin to chest, and come up for 4, 3, 2, touch the toes, 1. Lower down, tuck the chin for 4, 3, 2, 1 overhead. That was 1. We've got 7 more for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, 3, 2, 1. And 6. Up, 2, 3, 4. And lower, 2, 3, and 4. For 5, 2, 3, 4. And lower, 2, 3, 4. For 4, 3, 4. And lower, 2, 3, 4. For 3, 2, 3, 4. And lower, 2, 3, and 4. For 2, 2, 3, 4. And lower, 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, and lower 2, 3, and 4. Nicely done. Let's hug the knees into the chest. You can gently rock side to side. And if your spine feels healthy and you're up for it, let's just do a few spinal rolls. We're trying to keep our heels as close to our bum as we can. So this is actually a core exercise, but we're going to bring it up. We're going to do like, let's say 3 or 4, and then we're just going to come to seated. Okay, so we're going to go 1, toes stay on the ground as you come up, for 2, for 3, for 4. Let's do 1 more. I actually think this is really fun. And then we come up. Nice job. Okay, let's find our foam rollers. We're going to start the same way we did last week, laying on it lengthwise. All right, finding a little balance to begin with. And foam roller is always optional. We can do most things without it, okay? So you can lay on the ground. You could lay on a rolled up blanket to add just a tiny bit of instability until you work your way up to a foam roller. They make half foam rollers now. So it has like a flat bottom and then the curved tops, you know, sort of like an entry level. But here we are. Okay, so you want your sacrum and your head supported by your roller. If that's not happening, a block on either end would be appropriate. That would be if you were really tall. So just for comparison, I'm 5'8". I fit on this roller, no problem. Okay? All right, so my feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. And to start, I'm just going to do some pelvic tilts. So I'm going to reach my pelvis away from me, creating a little curve in my low back. And then I'm going to flatten my low back onto the roller as I tilt up. And so I'm just going to do a couple more like that, and sort of just finding my space here on the roller. It's very important to have it straight, otherwise it will, you know, not be good for the balance. My arms are long, fingertips are on the ground. And it's kind of giving yourself a little sacral massage here. I think this feels good. All right, so let's find neutral. So you're neither tilted nor curled, and you could fit maybe a finger or two underneath that low back. All right. Peace fingers to the hip bones. You're going to contract that transverse abdominis. Pretend somebody's punching you in the belly to do that. All right, so low back is protected, core is nice and strong. Let's keep both hands, actually, let's inhale, arms up, all the way up and then overhead. And then sweep the hands back down, palms face down as they come down to the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep down. This time, inhale, sweep up, palms face each other, fingertips pointing up towards the sky. Reach, reach, reach towards the sky. Shoulder blades come up off that roller. And as you exhale, wrap the shoulder blades around your roller. That should actually feel kind of good. Again, another little self-massage technique. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, curl those shoulder blades around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach normally, just like you don't have to reach super high, just reaching upwards. And then exhale, hands come down to the ground. I'm high on my fingertips, sort of tenting my hands. I'm going to re-engage my core just in case. And I'm going to bring one leg up to a tabletop, and then I'm going to bring the other. All right, so might have gotten a little more balancey here. Yeah, that's the goal. All right. Really trying to, and you can honestly go side to side and sort of like proprioceptively figure out where you are in space on this roller. All right. I'm going to go onto the fingertips of my left hand, and I'm going to reach my right arm up towards the sky. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Holding it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release the right hand. Fingertips of the right hand, left arm up towards the sky. Core is engaged. For 3, for 2, for 1, and release. This time I'm going to reach my right leg long, whoops, maybe, my foot towards the earth, tapping. I've got some obstacles in my way here. And then I'm going to pull it back up. Left leg reaches, taps on the earth, and comes back up. Keep going. I'm just going to scooch back a little bit so I have a little bit more space. So these are called marches, and it's coming from the hip. And if at any time this goes into your low back or your hip flexor, you come out, both feet to the ground, you re-engage your core, you come back up. All right, I'm not sure where you guys are at, so I'm going to go for right and pull it in, left and pull it in, and notice it's coming from my hip, not the knee, and up, and reach, and up. Let's just do one more each side. And there we go. And then everyone bring your feet down onto the ground. That core is working. Okay. Take a deep breath. Inhale here. Excuse me. Open mouth, exhale. Re-engage your core. Legs come up to tabletop. Right leg comes up. Left leg reaches to the ground as the right arm comes up overhead. Dead bug. And then you pull it back in. Same side. That was 8. We'll go for 7. Pull it in. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Right hand on the ground. You can come out, re-engage, or stay up as we do the other side. Left arm up towards the sky. Right leg is going to reach to march. Here we go. Right leg, left arm. So we'll go for 8, pull it in. For 7, for 6, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Nicely done. Release the hand and release the legs. Okay, you're going to come off the roller. And here's where we're going to change it up a little bit from last week. Excuse me, I just need to grab some water. So grab some water. That feels appropriate. Okay, so roller is going to come to our knees. Just below our knees. So not on the knee, right? You don't ever want to be right on the knee. Excuse me, I got a tickle. The soles of my feet are on the ground. I'm coming into a tabletop position, okay? So right here, I don't want to sag, I'm exaggerating, the low back. I'm pulling up and I'm really engaging my core. All right, so somebody just punched me in the stomach and that's nice and strong. All right, I'm going to lift one leg and tap, and lift and tap. Now I can keep my left leg on, or left foot on the floor, or I can bring it up. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift that right leg up, hold it up, press the earth away, and release that right leg to the roller. Right foot to the ground, left leg comes up, and you can either keep the right foot on the ground or lift it up. And we're going to tap left foot to the earth, and up. That was 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. You can bring it back into a child's type pose. Knees are still on the roller. This actually feels really nice, I think, in the low back. And you can reach your hands forward to get a little stretch in the upper back as well. All right, we're going to come back. This time, legs stay where they are, and we're going to do that with our arms. So just make sure, again, that you're not on the knees, core is engaged, feet can stay on the ground, or you can lift them up. Might take a minute, and we're going to reach right arm up, or up and tap, so it doesn't come all the way back. Just lift up and tap, up and tap, up, my hair's in the way, and tap, up and tap. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And then the other side. You can re-engage, drop the feet or not. And here we go. Left arm reaches up and tap, up and tap. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay here. You can release the feet. You can come back into child's pose. Come back through tabletop. This time we're going to just do some shoulder taps. So opposite hand to opposite elbow. Re-engage that core. And if for some reason this is going into your low back, you can do this off the roller, right? So I'm lifting my feet up and I'm going to tap up, and you can widen your knees here for a little bit more stability. You probably can't see that on the video, but widen your knees to give yourself more stability. And here we go for right, left, and left. That was 6, 5, left, 4, left, 3, left, 2, left, 1, left. Hold it here. Core's nice and engaged. Drop the feet. Come back to that child's pose for a rest. Okay, we're coming back up. We're going to put these together, well, the first two together, and that we're going to try and come into a bird dog. So bird dog, I'm just going to come off my roller to show you. Bird dog is opposite leg, opposite hand, all right? And we're going to alternate those. Okay, so this should be fun. Remember, we're having fun, right? Okay. So opposite foot can be on the ground. So I'm gonna lift my left leg first, my right leg or my right arm. Left leg, right arm, and then I'm going to release. So the first couple, you might want the opposite foot on the ground just so you get your balance. Right leg, left arm, hold it, pull it back. This time, let's try to lift the opposite leg up. So, oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Both feet are off the ground. So right leg, but left foot is off the ground. This is hard. I don't know about you guys. Left arm comes out and release. Ooh, okay. Do we get that? Left leg, right foot is off the ground. Right arm comes long. That definitely took it up a notch, yeah? Let's do it again. Right leg. Engage that core. Press the earth away with the right hand. Left arm long. for 3, for 2, for 1, or not. And let's do one more on this side. Left leg, right arm, for 3, for 2, for 1. May notice, come on back into that child's pose. You may notice one side is harder than the other, right? It was for me. Okay. Now we are going to bring the roller to our forearms. So this might take a moment to figure out the right space for you. Sorry, my ponytail is sort of driving me crazy. I'm just going to put it up here. So the roller's at our forearms, and we're going to come into, we're going to start in a tabletop position, and then we may move to a full plank position. But for now, we're going to start here in tabletop. So my forearms, I'm going to bring them, the roller away from me and about just below my elbow. Okay? And then I'm going to pull in, pull the roller in, and then I'm going to roll out. So you can see how it takes a minute to figure out exactly where you want the roller. You don't want to come over your elbow up into the upper arm. This makes sense? I can't see you guys, but I hope it does. Core is super engaged. As I come forward is when I really feel the core. And my knees are off the ground because we're just learning the movement. We're going to bring it up into a plank. And that's when we're going to really feel it. Okay? So just getting that motion of what that might feel like. And the arm placement. And it can be shorter or longer. Okay. Do we have it? And I will say I like to clasp my hands because it helps my shoulders. You may or may not want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in. My shoulders are over my elbows. I'm going to bring it up into a plank, and I'm going to roll in and out. It's a small movement here. In and out. In and out. It's actually much smaller than I thought it was. Not sure if I need to do more, but here we are. Let's go for 8. Woo, 7, feeling it, even that small movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Bring it out into the child's pose. Roll the roller away from you with your hands. Okay, that one was hard, I thought. Let's come onto our bellies. I think I'm actually going to face you guys for this. So we're going to lay on our stomachs and we're going to come into sort of a Superman type position. So we're going to, you guys see me, lengthen out the roller as far away from us as possible with our palms. I honestly can't tell if you can see me. All 10 toes are pressed into the earth. My pelvis is pressed into the earth. I'm going to slide the roller towards me as I lift my chest and belly up off the earth. And then I'm going to exhale and roll it all the way back down, third eye to the earth. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. And exhale. Let's go for 4. Release. 3. Release. 2. Last one, hold it here, press the palms down into the roller. Pelvis is pressed into the earth. All 10 toes are pressed into the earth. If this hurts your low back in any way, come out a little bit or all the way. Otherwise, we're holding here. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale here. Last one, inhale and exhale, lower down. Let's bring our arms into a Sphinx type pose. So elbows are under our shoulders, palms pressed down. Again, all 10 toes pressing into the earth, pelvis pressing into the earth. You're going to pretend to drag your hands back towards your elbows, towards your torso, as you peel the chest through. This feels a little bit different than it did on the roller, but not much. Feels good though, hopefully. Tuck the chin to the chest, if that feels okay in your neck. And gently rock side to side. And then come through center and reach the head up. Lower down, stack your hands, elbows out wide, forehead to your hands, crocodile pose. Bend your knees and gently windshield wipe the knees side to side. And come through center and release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press yourselves up. Although not for long, we're going to come onto our backs. If you wanted your band, this might be a good place to start. So we're going to do some glute work. We're done with the roller for now. I don't think we'll use it again, honestly, unless we want to put it under our sacrums when we're stretching out. Okay, so band is going to go just above your knees. Okay. Feet are inner hip width apart. Let's just do those pelvic tilts just like we did on the roller, back and forth a couple times. And then find that neutral spot. Engage the core. Arms are at your side, palms flat on the ground. Inhale here, and we're just going to do some gentle bridges to start, okay? So you're going to inhale, reach your knees away from you as you lift your hips up. You don't have to go super high. And then lower back down. And inhale, reach. And exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lower. Okay, this time we're going to kind of pick it up a little bit. So as we come up, we are going to be squeezing our glutes. So here's what we're doing. We're going to lift up, squeeze the glutes, and then hover them to the earth. Don't let them come all the way down. Lift up and hover. Let's go for 8, hover. 7, 6, 5, keep the core engaged. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, hold the hips up, press your knees out, 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 hold it out. Drop the hips, lift up, press out. Drop, lift, press out. Let's go for 8, press. 7, press. 6, press. 5, press. 4, press. 3, press. 2, press. 1, hold it up. Press out, 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 out. Hold it out. Lift the hips higher, squeeze it a little harder. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. This time you're coming up high on your tiptoes, so you might walk your feet in slightly closer to your hips. Ready? Here we go. We lift up and hover. Lift, squeeze the glutes and hover. Lift and hover. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Press out, 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 out. Hold it out. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Drop, lift, press out. Drop, lift, press out. Drop, lift, press. Drop, lift, press. We've got 4 and out. 3 and out. 2 and out. 1. Hold it out. Press out, 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 out. Hold it out. Squeeze the glutes. Are we feeling them? I'm feeling them a little bit. I'm a little bit more than a little bit. For 8, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. You can rock and roll to come up. We're going to come onto our sides. So we're going to do side lying first. I'm actually going to take this guy off. We can put it back on if we want in a minute, but for this, we don't need it. So I'm laying on my right side, and I'm coming all the way down. And I'm engaging, well, if you're here, this is a perfectly great place to be, actually. But what happens is we end up sinking, and this is actually not great for our shoulders. So if you're going to be here, be sure to pull these ribs up. Otherwise, we're down here. And for today's purposes, I'm staying. So I want to be nice and balanced. If you're feeling not solid here, you can bring your feet slightly forward of your hips. But ideally, I've got ankle, hip, shoulder alignment. Okay? All right, so core is nice and engaged. We're going to do what are called sideline passes. It's a ballet move, actually. So I'm going to point the toe, and I'm going to pull it up to the knee. Okay? Ooh, that's where I feel it bouncy already. Lift it up towards the sky, and then drop it down. Looks easy, but you will feel it. Let's go for 8. Reach and lower. So it's super slow and controlled. Everything, my whole leg is contracted. However, this is 7. Reach and drop. 6. Reach and drop. 5. Reach, super strong and contracted here, and drop. 4. Reach and drop. For 3, reach and drop. For 2, reach and drop. Last one, reach and drop. Take that top foot and cross it over. Bottom foot is flexed. We're going to work on some inner thighs. You're going to lift, 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 lift. Hold the lift, pulse it up, 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 up. Hold it up, point the toes, circles. 8, 7, small. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot, pulse up, 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 up. Hold it up, nice and contracted. So just a reminder, core for me is like from neck, shoulders, down to the knees. So The hips, inner thighs, all considered core. And release. Release the top leg. Both feet are flexed. Re-engage that core. We're going to lift it up and drop, up and drop. This is where you could have your band, okay? If you wanted to keep your band, you could put your band at your ankles. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift it up, pulse it up, 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 up. Hold it up, point the toe. I'm going to lean forward slightly. So it's taking it from the middle glute into the extra, it's basically bringing it into the glute medius here. So I'm going to point my toe and I'm going to lift, 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 lift. So it should feel different than this lift, okay? Lift, 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 lift. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center and release. You guys can just roll onto your backs to switch sides if you want. I'm going to roll to the other side. And we're going to start with our passe. Okay, so we're going to find that nice alignment first. Ankle, hip, shoulder. Engage the core. And turn that top leg out slightly. I'm pointing my toe. I'm going to pull it up into the knee, stretch it up, and then nice and slow and controlled, reach it down. That was practice. Here we go. This is 8, reach, and lower. For 7, reach, and lower. For 6, reach, and lower. For 5, reach, and lower. One side already feels different. For 4, reach, and lower. For 3, reach, and lower. Last 2, reach, so nice and strong, right, on the down. And last one, pull it in, reach it up, and lower. You can point the toe or flex it. We're going to do some circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to cross the top foot over. Re-engage if you need to. Bottom foot is flexed. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, lift. We've got 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse it up, 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 hold it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Top leg comes long. Lift and drop. So if you had a band, you wouldn't be lifting it quite as high. I'm going to keep it lower actually for a little more control. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, pulse it up, 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 up. Hold it up. Point the toe. Roll in slightly. Lift it up, 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 up. Hold it up. Pulse it from here. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Engage that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Nicely done. Let's come on to our backs. And the best thing to do after doing any kind of glute work is a nice figure 4 stretch. So let's take our right ankle to our left knee. Hopefully you guys are feeling that. If not, if you guys watch the recording at all during the week and you want to do some of this, use a band around the ankles or above the knees, depending on the exercise. Okay, so if this is enough for you, guiding that right knee away from you and you're feeling it, great. If you want to feel more, you're going to lift that left foot up off the ground. Now, I like to take my left hand to the bottom of my right foot, my right hand to my right knee, and gently guide my right knee away from me. You can grab the back of the left thigh, but I find that to just be a little crunchy, and I like the space that this gives me a little bit more. Your choice, however, whatever honestly feels better in your body at this moment. Because one day it will feel one way, and the next day it may very well feel another. Nice deep breath here. And release. Release the left foot to the ground. Keep the right foot at the left knee. And then drop the left knee and the right foot over to the left. So that right foot is going to stamp on the ground or a block or something if it doesn't reach. It's okay. It can be on something, however. Arms out wide, cactus or a T. And try to reach that right knee away from you. Gently bring knees up through center. Reach the right leg up towards the sky. Right foot is flexed. And this time you can grab the back of the right hand, back of the right thigh, if that feels good. If you happen to have a strap, you could use a strap or a scarf or a towel around the foot if that felt good. I have my left knee bent because I find it a little more therapeutic for low back. However, you could lengthen your left leg if that feels good to you. Option to walk the hand up the back of the calf towards the foot without reaching the head up. So if you have to use your head to pull your foot in, let's not do that. Let's roll out the ankle 3 times, each direction. And then let's bend that right knee deeply to enable us to grab the outside edge of our foot, or if not, the back of the thigh or the calf, coming into a half happy baby here. Release that foot, hug the right knee into the chest. Left knee comes in to meet it. Right foot comes onto the ground, left ankle to right knee, figure 4 on the other side. Reaching that left knee away from you. If that feels like enough, great. If not, lift that right foot up off the ground. Your choice on how you want to get into your figure 4. I like the right hand to the bottom of the left foot. Left hand guides that left knee away from my body. Right, both feet are flexed here. And you can gently rock side to side if that feels good. Sending your breath to those hips and those glutes that we've just worked. And then gently release the right foot to the ground. Drop the knees over to the right so that right foot is going to stamp on the ground. Arms to a T or cactus. And you're guiding that left knee away from your head. Gently, no forcing. Let's bring the knees up through center. Left foot up towards the sky. You can grab the back of the left thigh this time. Option to keep the right knee bent or straighten it out. Your choice. Rolling out your ankle 3 times in each direction. Option to walk the hands up towards the foot. You can grab that big toe if that feels available. Sometimes you can do it, but maybe it's not super comfortable. I want you to still be able to breathe. We're not wrenching anything. We're allowing things to soften. And then let's deeply bend into that left leg, taking that half happy baby, whatever version works for you. Back of the thigh, the calf, outside edge of the foot. And you're pulling that knee out towards the left armpit. Again, if that feels good. And let's bring that knee, release the foot, knee into the chest, other knee into the chest to meet it. Gently roll side to side. Let's curl up into a tiny, tiny little ball, chin towards knees or forehead towards knees. Curling into such a small ball, maybe you're on 1 or 2 vertebrae only. Inhale here. And then as you exhale completely, legs come long on the ground, arms come long at your side for Shavasana, where I will leave you this evening to enjoy for as long as you like the beauty of online yoga. You get to stay forever.